Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mercedes. If you are new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and the notification bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload a video. So today's video, we're going to hop right in. I am going to be talking about motherhood, balancing motherhood, as well as working full-time and part-time, and how to stay motivated on this journey. So as a single parent, it is my duty to provide and take care of my child the best way that I can. Being that I am working with one income, my income, to provide and to give her everything that she needs, her necessities, as well as just any extra curricular activities that she may want to participate in or even have an option to participate in. It is my duty to provide all of that to her. I don't get any help from any other parent. Financially, I am responsible for 100% of everything that my child needs. It does get tough, it is a battle, but you just got to keep going, and you got to understand that as long as you do right, what you do will eventually pay off. And that is the type of mindset that I try to keep. And regardless of what someone else doesn't do, I don't try to dwell on that. I try to do my best and make sure that I'm giving it my all, and I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that she has a great life. And I feel like focusing more on that keeps the negative energy away from me. It keeps me motivated, and I'm highly favored when I keep that mind frame. And if you don't do evil, you don't seek revenge, you don't wish hate or anything on someone else just because of what they don't do, you are blessed. And I feel like I've been blessed on this journey, because a lot of times I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it just seems to work itself out. So I always try to keep a positive mind frame. Now, was I always like this? No. It took me a while to see it from a different view. It took me a while to stop blaming people for what I put myself through. It took me a while to get here, but when I finally got here and I realized how peaceful it was, I made a vow to myself that I would not go back to that other place of being upset, being mad at the situation, being bitter for my situation. And I stopped caring what other people thought. I stopped caring about being a single mom. It is what it is. I'm that. Nothing's going to change that, because I would not go back. So I just stopped thinking of the negative, and I started looking for positive ways to get through this situation. I knew I wanted a better life for my daughter, despite the life that I was currently giving her by being a single mom, by reading. First of all, I'm a criminal justice major, so you are looking at numbers and you're looking at statistics every single day. The statistics for single mothers do not look good. And I just knew that I did not want to be another statistic, and I definitely didn't want my daughter to be another statistic. So I just started doing things differently. I've always been someone who went to work. I've always worked since the age of 16. I've held a job throughout college. I've held a job in my adult life. I've held a job continuously. It is hard for me not to work and provide. I am a provider. That's how I've always been. I've always wanted more. I've always been hungry. So that part of my life has always been easy, because it's something that I've just always done. Do I have days where I don't want to wake up and go to work? Yes, but I know that this is what pays the bills. This is what is going to get us to where we need to be. So sometimes I do suck it up, and sometimes I do call in. You know, nobody's perfect. I have those days where I just don't feel like doing it, and that's okay. You're gonna have those days. Every day is not going to be perfect, but it is going to be worth it. And that is what you just have to realize. Sometimes you're just going to need a self-care day to get back into the groove of things and realize, okay, I know what I'm doing this. It's going to pay off. I just needed a quick little refresher, a quick break, but now let's get back to it. let's get back into the hang of things. Balance. To be honest, I'm balancing motherhood and work great. It is tough. I forget things. I have to write things down so that I can remember to do this. Like if Malaya has a school project coming up, sometimes I'm up at 4 in the morning trying to complete it because I forgot to do it. And it's not like a project that she needs to be doing. She's in kindergarten. This past Valentine's Day, they had to create a box and I forgot all about it because I just checked my email one time and then I didn't go back in and write it down. So I just truly forgot about it because I had to plan for her field trip and I had to send in money for her field trip. And then she had spring pictures. All of that was going on in 1 week. And then they didn't have school on Friday, which was actual Valentine's Day. So a lot of stuff comes up and you have to be able to juggle all of that. I find planning works, but sometimes like I'm scrolling through my emails and I just scroll really quickly. I see it and I'm like, oh, okay, and I don't go back to look at it again so that I can write it down. And that's my issue. I'm forgetful because I do have a lot going on. I work full-time and I work part-time, so I work 7 days a week. I don't have a day off. So you can just imagine how discombobulated my life can get if I don't take a break and slow down and say, okay, let me sit down, let me plan out our week and let me see what we have going on. I really have to do that because if I don't, then I'm forgetful and I'm not remembering things like going out and having adult time. I lack in that area, and it's not because I can't or I don't have time. It's just because I don't like to I don't like to have to get up and put on makeup and do my hair, which I feel like those are necessities when you're doing adult stuff. I feel like you should want to do that, but I don't want to do it. So being that I don't want to do it, I don't like to go places. I don't want to go out. I don't want to hang out. I want to be in the bed because I'm more chill. I like to be in the house. I'm a homebody. I like to be in the house, ducked off. I don't want nobody talking to me. I don't want nobody holding a conversation with me outside of my child. And that's my happy place. That's where I'm most comfortable. That's where I'm happy at. So when it's time to actually get out the house and go do stuff, when I'm doing it in the moment, it feels good. But the thought of having to get ready to enjoy that moment does not feel so good. I'll do it every blue moon, like once a month. I'll muster up everything in me to really go out and enjoy myself, but it takes me about another month just to recover from whatever it is that I did, because I did too much. I went out with some friends, I stayed up late, or anything like that. So it takes a lot of energy for me to get out and do adult stuff. And I know that sounds so bad, but I'm a mom 24/7. I don't really get a break unless my break from being a mom is going to work, and my break from being a mom is her going to school. So, and when she's at school, I'm at work. So you kind of get where I'm going here. It's not a lot of time to just have to myself alone from everything and everyone. I don't really get that, and I'm okay with that. I enjoy my daughter's company. She's funny, she makes me laugh. You know, there's days we don't always do well. There's days that we just can't get it together. We're not on the same page. It happens. But I think the biggest challenge is finding that balance of being a friend, being a mom, being nurturing, being a provider, being a mom, trying to be a friend, trying to be a disciplinary, like trying to discipline her. I have to wear all those different hats, and I don't know how exactly I balance them yet. I try to. I don't think I'm doing such a good job at balancing them all, because when you're not in the house with the child 24/7, you always get looked at as the fun parent, because you don't really have to do a lot of disciplining, because you're not there to discipline them. And what they do it one person's house may be acceptable from them doing it at your house. And I feel like that's where the lack of communication comes in when it comes to co-parenting, because a lot of parents try to parent their own way the same child, who then becomes confused as to what the heck they're supposed to be doing. I don't really have that issue because Malaya is with me 99% of the time throughout the year. She's with me. She may go for a holiday weekend or something, but majority of the time she is with me. So I don't really have that. I don't really have an issue with having to communicate my rules, them communicate their rules to me. Malaya's really a good child as well. She's silly. Yes, she has her days where she's just so silly. She sometimes does not listen, or she just listens but does not respond. Not listening, right? But she's not a difficult child, and I thank God every day. And I think I take that for granted sometimes, but I really appreciate her being a team player with me. And she's only 5, and you're probably like, what is this girl talking about? But I feel like Malaya gets it. She understands. Some of the stuff she says cracks me up, you guys, because in her mind, mom is the provider. The moms work, the moms do everything, and the other parent just is non-existent to her as far as being responsible. When it comes to responsibility, she does not think the other parent has those things. And it's funny coming from a 5-year-old, because the stuff she says is just like, so I'm the only parent that has to work, I'm the only parent that has to do this, I'm the only parent? Really, Malaya? And it's just the way she thinks. And eventually I'll have that conversation with her. I do correct her when she says certain things, like, no, Malaya, you know, both parents, mom and dad, have to do this. Mom and dad have to provide. But she only knows what she sees. So that is why she comes up with those scenarios in her mind, which I understand, because that's all she knows. That's what she sees. Malaya has not had a man in her home taking care of her, providing for her, helping do day-to-day things with me. She does not know that, so she is going to have the opinion she has right now because that's what she knows. But you know, you just try to correct them as their parent and try to tell them and explain to them as much as you can. But just try to do your best. Do what you can do. You can't change what other people are doing. You can't expect anything from other people. All you can expect is the best from yourself. That's what I have to remind myself of, and that's what I focus on. And when you put all your energy into yourself, you become a better person from the inside on out. You become just overall a well-rounded individual, and it continues as you grow, as you go on, and as you grow and as you learn more. And you focus so much on yourself, you don't realize what other people are not doing. You don't realize what's around you. You don't realize the negativity. You don't realize any of that because you're so focused on bettering yourself. And that's how I've been. I've been so focused on bettering myself. And with bettering myself just helps me be a better individual overall. It helps me with my work ethic. It helps me with my parenting skills. It just helps me be better. And who doesn't want to be better? We're trying to make ourselves better every single day. So yeah, I don't really have like a long list of tips. I would just tell you to focus on yourself as a mom. Don't lose sight of who you are, even if you're not, you know, getting dressed up and living your best life like we tend to see on social media. We think, oh, they're mommy and so well. Even if you guys think I'm mommy and so well, I have my days, and I don't look the best that I feel like I can look. I don't dress the best that I feel like I can dress because I'm so busy mommy and I'm so busy working that I really don't have time to do just the regular life stuff that most women adore doing. Going to the spa, getting their nails done, getting their hair done, going to buy a new outfit. Like, those are not things that I enjoy, but those are things that I don't think I ever really enjoy. So I'm not a good example, but if you do enjoy those things, they will come once you figure out how to balance it all. Once you start to balance work life, mom life, you'll get those things in, and you'll enjoy those things more because you can't do it as often as you used to could. And it just makes, when you do it, more enjoyable, in my opinion. Because I know, like, when I go out and hang out with my friends, I enjoy it a lot more than when we were young and we were doing it every other weekend or whatever the case may be. In my opinion, some people may think different. Oh, you're not living, you need to get out the house. And I said in 2020 I was gonna get out the house more, in which I stopped going through the drive-through so much. I started going into places. That's a step, because I literally rather go through the drive-through than to go in anywhere. I go to the grocery store more often, and I just start doing little stuff. It's little stuff that adds up to the big stuff. So yeah, it's a balance. I find that just my schedules work. I work from home at my full-time job, so I'm able to be there with Malaya Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday I do have to go into my part-time job, and I'm not able to physically be there with her, but I do get to come home earlier than most people. It's not like an all-day job, but I am gone before she wakes up in the morning, and I'm back when she's up and still full of energy at around 4 p.m. So I find balance. I think it balances out. Do I think I'm gonna forever work 2 jobs? No. Hopefully this YouTube stuff pays off and I won't have to work 2 jobs, but for right now, that's what works. That's what pays the bills. That's what helps me with being able to provide Malaya with the necessities that she needs, to be able to put her in the places she needs to be able to give her that lifestyle she is deserving of, even being raised by a single parent. So yeah, I hope you guys got some insight on my life as just a mom, as a regular old worker. I'm not a big time influencer. I don't make money off this YouTube stuff, not even a living wage. So I just like to be relatable, because a lot of times we get on social media and we start to feel like our life is just, what the heck am I doing? But just know that you're still doing things. You're doing what you need to be doing, and you're where you need to be right now in the moment. That's where you need to be, and you'll eventually get to where you want to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you guys will be notified every single time I upload a video on my channel. My channel is all about lifestyle. It's all about finances. It's all about just motherhood, just a day-to-day individual who's trying to make a way. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye guys.